The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Knights will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll give it to the back. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. Did the work himself. Breaks into the open. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain.
All right, it's decision time. So when you got a guy that can take off and do that against you, you got to decide whether you need more fast guys on the field. Your defensive linemen have no shot. Your linebackers have very little chance of catching this quarterback because he's so special. You better put some more speed on the field.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. It's a fumble on the play. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He slides that just inside the right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So UCF's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets one fly deep. Snags it down the right side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Knights with the 1st and 10.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Knights. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hand. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Bears send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Leaves it with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's got it on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Knights are threatening in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught behind the line. It's Fox. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Tight end finds a soft spot.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
What a disappointment. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 45 on his way. And how about that run? A huge huge gain and a slide at the end. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man. It's Williams. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Bears are flying down the field. The inside handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on! Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Let's it fly. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Bears! Timing and better execution. That is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A run for the quarterback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play, now deep. Opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be brought down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Using his legs, it's Turner. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going to try to get it himself. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And is slips just inside that right upright. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Richardson. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Ashley. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Knights have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to the tailback. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man on the right. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Motion from the wideout. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, UCF! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Great job through the air for this offense. 2-minute situation, executing at the end of the half to go take the lead and take the momentum into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll pull it down and run. Get all you can, then get down with the slide. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
That's reeled in. It's Turner. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's got it. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll send out the field goal unit to try to take the lead here before halftime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they've regained the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on... as the defense knocks it free and fourth down is coming up. The Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Back to pass. Bears the pressure. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Yeah, this offense might want to... moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
The Knights decide to punt it away. Now on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The lone back's got it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll try the run. Makes a man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark at around the 10. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Handoff to the single running back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Running behind that left side. Showing off the arm. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. The screen, he can go. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have a lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and still on his feet. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Gives it to the back on the draw. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big...
He'll take a shot. Makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the... But it's... complete.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to West Virginia.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Baylor! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Hands it off. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. On the run, fires downfield. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He's got him. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ashley. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. The Knights want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. The defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the 4th quarter.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout.